The Bullock Hope House was formed in the fall of 2005 after the Bullock family offered their home place to close friends who were traveling over 100 miles a day to visit with their daughter receiving cancer treatments. They saw the impact of having the family members close, which planted the seed to open the home to more families. A partnership was formed with the American Cancer Society, WellStar Health Systems, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, the Shepherd Center's Beyond Therapy and Shepherd Pathways programs to assist cancer and rehab patients, and late fall of 2014, the JMS Burn Center at WellStar Cobb Hospital.
It's devastating when you have a bad diagnosis, whether it's cancer or a burn that's extensive or a traumatic brain injury. So for people to come from out of the area to be able to stay at the Bullock Hope House and create a home away from home with their families, that helps the healing process. So you can go to the hospital, you can go to the physician, get your treatment, go to the rehab center, get your physical therapy, get all those done at the clinical facilities, but this is a place where you could be with your family, with your support group, with your loved ones, and that helps the healing process for these patients as well. We underestimate how much of a burden that is to be able to go through treatments by yourself. It's devastating, it's scary, and it's so nice to have your family or your support group with you.
I think the most beneficial part of the Bullock Hope House is that it keeps families together. A lot of times when you go through traumatic injury or illness, families wind up spending a lot of time apart, and I think being able to stay here together relieves one of the biggest burdens of going through something like that, and that's to keep the family together.
Well, we had some patients who had extensive burns that needed treatment, and burn treatments can take weeks to months sometimes. One patient who was a victim of a motor vehicle accident who had traumatic brain injury and needed some long-term treatment as well. We have children here who have brain damage from different medications that they had to take for different diseases they had when they were younger, and their families got to stay with them.
First of all, his name is Raynell Granell. Right now, he is 11 years old. How old are you? How old are you? 11 years old.
Meet Raynell. Raynell and his family were guests in the summer and fall of 2009. Raynell was being treated at Children's Healthcare in their day rehabilitation program.
He loved to see movies about motorcycles and police officers and jump and what else? And a motorcycle. Okay. He was at that time taking therapies, and he was transferred from the intensive unit where she lived with him during 3 months to a therapy center who belongs to the children, but it's outpatient department, so he have to come back and forth to the area. So they had a safe place to stay together. I came from Puerto Rico a couple of times to stay with them and be part of the process. At this point, he is receiving therapies. Doctors stopped making prognosis on him because due to the type of infection that he had, they were supposed to be doing what he's doing right now, and he keep achieving goals. So the neurologist says, like, you know what? I'm gonna stop making prognosis. Let's go base to base in every visit. Just tell me what he's doing. So every time we go there, he's amazed because he's doing something new, something different. Right now, he's receiving robotic therapy for his legs. We just praying to God to see him walking again. I don't know if that was gonna happen or not, but that's our major goal with him, and that's what we're working right now. And hopefully we'll see a miracle soon.
Esta casita de Home House es muy especial, ya que en el momento de mayor necesidad para mí y mi familia, nos abrieron las puertas y nos dieron unas atenciones inolvidables. La señora Connie Bullock siempre fue muy atenta, todo el staff y la organización de Home House siempre se preocupaban por venir a vernos, a Renel y a mí. Nos traían comida, y yo me sentía feliz en una casita lejos de mi casa. A la misma vez la recuerdo con mucho cariño porque también gracias al hospedaje que recibimos aquí conocimos la iglesia de McKeeshan y hasta el día de hoy pues continuamos visitando la iglesia de McKeeshan Methodist Church. Y quiero darle las gracias, siempre pasamos por aquí porque vivimos cerca y siempre miramos la casita de Home House y le decimos bye Home House, bye. Y la seguridad que tuvimos aquí, de verdad siempre me sentí muy feliz, muy agradecidos.
Golf tournament is going to be awesome. It's going to be on Monday, April the 25th. We're going to try to do some new and different things this year than we have in the past. We're going to have 120 plus golfers and hopefully just have a lot of fun. It'll bring together a lot of good people, and that's the purpose of doing any type of fundraising. But especially if you've heard the stories that have been told about this Hope House today, that you'll understand why people should want to be a part of this, and there's no reason for this community not to get behind this 100%.
I see the Bullock Hope House. It's a place where people will heal, not just medically, but also emotionally, spiritually. Just having that burden lifted off their shoulder, not to have to pay for some place to stay while they go for their treatment when they're so far away from home, so that they can return to the communities is invaluable.
The most important thing, yeah, it's important to have a place to stay, but the love that they see with the people that's involved here is the biggest impact. I think, yeah, we may not be able to, the doctors and the nurses can help people physically, but emotionally I think that's where we come in, and they see that we truly care and the people in the community care about them. Knowing that someone cares is the biggest thing in life. Knowing that people really sincerely want to help you. And all the money that we raise in the golf tournament, 100% of it goes to this charity. There is nothing, there is nobody on payroll around here. It all goes to the charity. You don't find very often a charity that 100% of the funds goes back into a charity. This one does. And we're going to keep it that way.
But it's so rewarding. As I've said, I've been volunteering for 3 years, and getting to be a part of it is something that has really meant something to me, as opposed to just going out and just standing around and watching. If you get involved, it becomes a part of who you are, and it becomes part of your heart.
For more information on the Golf for Hope Golf Tournament and how you can help, please go to www.bullockhopehouse.org and click on the Golf for Hope tab. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie, and thank you for the Bullock Hope House for everything you do for our community.